Welcome again, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, the Duke of Danger, the Deacon of Destruction. I am the bringer of doom, gloom, and everything that goes Dynamite D. Dynamite D is very popular right now, but that's not the point. The point is we need to talk about Hell in a Cell 2019. And I said that I'll be dropping a video today, so here's that video because... What? First off, the show was too long because, let's be honest, they didn't plan for it. Literally, they had 4 matches set up for the show, and 4 matches they kind of tossed in afterwards. And I honestly don't really care about the ones that was added on. So unless there was some actual intrigue by me, I'm not going to talk about them. I want the video to be quick because I actually want to get to the ranting portion of the video. So, how do I feel about this show? Well, starts on a high, goes to a low. Low. No. High, low. High. No highs. No bounce backs. Just dissension. Because, oh wow, now really, where has the dissension been? Another video for another day. So, here's my thing. The show started properly, greatly with match of the night, which would be for the Raw Women's title. Now, this goes along with the thoughts that I've been having since I started watching WWE again. Becky Lynch is should be the face of the company, or at least Raw. What the fuck is Seth Rollins here for? I said before, I have not been enthralled, intrigued, or cared about Seth Rollins as champion, but I care more about Becky. And Becky is doing the right thing. Becky is appealing to the crowd as a babyface champion. Becky is handling her business, showing that she ain't no pushover. Becky is having great matches. Becky was with The Rock on SmackDown, and on Raw when we got Seth Rollins with Hulk Hogan. Have mercy. I am going to praise Becky Lynch because it appears that she's still been doing her damn thing while in my absence. And I'm proud of her. She's still getting a good look, still repping the company. She is the number 2. If we're going to continue to view Roman Reigns as the face of the company, Becky is number 2. She is at the very least the face of Raw. She, as a champion, is more interesting. I get behind her. I can't get behind Seth. And I feel that's because Seth needs to go heel. Talk about it later. Back to the point. Because that match with her and Sasha was one of the best Hell in a Cell matches I've seen in the ring because it actually encompasses what's supposed to be Hell in a fucking Cell. And we're seeing an exchange of a championship level in the cell. And it felt good. It felt great. Hell, I would go A+. Because the story connected, the attitude was in rematch, the selling was perfect, everything was there. I can't complain about shit about that match. That match was A1. A+. First A+, I believe I've given on my show, and it goes to those women. They just did it all right. It was built great. I was into it. You just couldn't have asked better. And then I proved the win. Now, I could have gone either way. But, let's be honest, Sasha is just not coming back. And Becky's been holding her own, so it makes more sense for Becky to bring this win, but we need to go back to her and Sasha later on. So, I don't want this to be the end of their matchups, but definitely give it a little time. Let Sasha come back, tear through the division. Scratch that. Go on a nice little streak with the division. Obviously, give her some challengers have her, seem like she's not just being, rammed back to the top, but actually has earned it. Give this to us again. They can do it at one of the big 3. They could definitely, don't do this Survivor Series, it's way too soon. It could possibly make it at the Royal Rumble, but I think that it'll be perfect if it can make it. See, and that's the thing, I always go to WrestleMania. If it can go to WrestleMania, it'll be fine because that can be a story that can be built on, that can be fine. Perfect. Into. Great. But I think that the Royal Rumble will be the best time for Sasha to take the belt from Becky. But that's because Becky should have a break from the belt. Personally. Just my thoughts. So, that match was great. And even the next match following, which was a tornado tag. Roman and Daniel Bryan versus the Bludgeon Brothers. Also a great match. Kept that energy up there. It was a wee bit less than the previous match, but at the same time, due to the people in it, that makes up for that, in my opinion. I would give it a solid. I'm gonna give it a solid A. It was great. Although I don't necessarily like WWE's handicap / tornado tag formula, where it'll be, while two people are getting it on in the ring, one person, or in this case, two people will be outside of the ring, and you don't see as much carnage going on. But it was still solid. It was still good. Honestly, in my feelings, the way I view it, when you have like a tornado tag setup, that should be more spot filled than a traditional tag, and should be a bit quicker, in my opinion. There's no reason for it to let it drag on. Let it be pure wanton, romping, stomping destruction, #Booker T, and let that be that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I saw the way it came from, because again, we're looking at another situation where we got Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. They've both been here consistently going at it. We have Eric Rowan, which previously when it came down to the Bludgeon Brothers, Luke Harper was the one that people were behind more. But now Eric Rowan has come into his own. It's taken a long time, but I like Eric Rowan. He can actually go solo on his own, and him and Luke together should be a good thing. Definitely great competitors for a tag title wherever they end up getting drafted to. But they can also work separately. I feel like that should happen for these guys, but that could be asking for a bit much. So whatever. I think that the next match was shit. I think it was like the Natalya Lacey Evans feud. I don't care about that. That's not in my mind, so we're gonna just let that slide. But I do know that following not too far after was Randy versus Ali, which it was cool. It was all right. I mean, I don't know why it happened, but okay, cool. We'll just throw it up in there for whatever. And it was an okay match. Probably would have been good. It would have been good on TV, but didn't need to see it on pay-per-view. It just wasn't that compelling. And I mean, the literal fact that a lot of these guys had to the Italian thing happened at the beginning was for the opener, I think. No, yeah. That's how unenthusiastic I was about the actual setup of the show, that I just don't even care and can think about what match the match order except for like the important ones. So yeah, we had Ali and Randy. It was cool, whatever. Might have had something following that. I don't remember. So don't worry about it. I know that we did have the women's tag title on the line. Now I heard that Kairi Sane and Asuka were a team, but I've never heard the things together. Trash, terrible. WWE, you should go ahead and beat yourself up for what y'all did with these women's theme songs. Give them a new theme song if they're actually going to be together as a team, especially when they get the belts, or just let them come out separately. But I feel like when it comes to actual tag teams, they need to come together as a tag team. God, I don't know why. It's not hard. I mean, y'all can just find some random person on YouTube to just make the beats if y'all don't want to do it. Like, y'all can do better, but it was just terrible. The match itself was alright. It was cool. I guess that the Kabuki Warriors, that's not a whole bunch of lazy bullshit in a handbasket, but the Kabuki Warriors, they even say they're on the Titantron when they come out. Were the heels of this match while we had Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross being faces. Now, I can believe Nikki Cross being a face. Why the fuck is Alexa Bliss a face? She's a fucking heel. She has never been good as a babyface. She's the only time she seems compelling as a babyface is when she's gonna do some heel shit. So why is she? Why? God. I mean, I believe that I remember hearing something about how the original setup for them as a team was the fact that Alexa was using Nikki to advance herself, but then they became friends on screen, whatever, maybe. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Honestly, I like the match only to see the Kabuki Warriors actually, be a bit more aggressive, and to see Crazy Nikki pop back up a little bit. Because I don't think that Crazy Nikki's really been a thing, which is terrible because we all love Nikki Cross because she's fucking unhinged and crazy and shit. Like, come on, like, please send Nikki back to. As a matter of fact, send everybody that's been drafted Most of everybody who's been drafted to Raw and SmackDown for the past 2 years back to NXT. I'm talking Samoa Joe. I'm talking about I'm talking about basically Nikki Cross and God. It's been so long because I've been so injured. The rest said that he needs to go back to NXT. Please. Damn, I can't remember his name. But then again, they already cut his beard off from what I heard. Like just fucking up. Fuck it up. Bobby Roode. I actually like him as a tag team, so keep him on the main show, but whatever. Just Heavy Machinery, I guess I can say they've actually been pretty cool. Definitely Samoa Joe. You take Samoa Joe back to NXT. You know what I'm saying? But like seriously, like we got Finn there. Please take all the people who have been brought up to the main roster and haven't really been looking too well. Just send them back to NXT, please, so we can have something to do with them. Like No Way Jose. I don't know what the fuck he's been doing. Just screaming on the car down, but you know, hey, what the fuck? I know. I'm just some racking. All right, cool. Let's get back to this show because what were the final matches? We had Bayley and Charlotte, which I'm not against these two going at it. I'm not against the fact that Charlotte is meant to be the actual face of the women's division. What I am against is the fact that within the past 5-ish years, well, it's been 5 years. Let me think. Because I didn't start watching until about. I didn't watch it until 2014. 2014 is I think when I started watching wrestling again. It's 2019. But yeah, it's been about 5 years. And the 5 years that I've been watching, that I've gotten back into wrestling. Charlotte has pulled belts. Like I've asked, like, come on, stop trying to abuse Rick's legacy with his daughter. First of all, Ric Flair is not a 16-time world champion. He is a 27 and plus world champion. Thank you very much, WWE. Secondly, these are championships outside of just the WWE. Charlotte has not toured the world and expanded her horizons and gotten other belts. Come on now. Even if WWE has partnered with many different promotions around the world. Y'all can actually use some of those other belts, like one of the ones in the UK. Get her to hold it for like a month. Let her take a month's break for the WWE, maybe 2 months, month and a half, somewhere around there. Let her go on vacation to the UK. Wrestle there for a while. Help one of your partners out by giving this big female talent. Let her run with the belt for some time. Do this a couple more times in various other partner areas. So that way when it comes down to her massive title record, it's not just a WWE, 16-time WWE Women's Champion. Jesus Christ. But it was okay match. It was cool. You know, it was a Charlotte show, like, as far as I'm concerned. Like I don't know, man. I mean, what happened to the good old days where even main eventers can have their own things going on that didn't revolve around the belt all the time? But I can't even ask for that because I still need Oscar to get built the fuck back up. By the way, again, her guys saying we're looking good so viciously, and that green mist at the end, I just can't. Like I was more into that than I was in the SmackDown Women's Championship match. I'm sorry, I just couldn't. It was not there, and it's sad. And I know what y'all might think. Oh, well, you mean that was a little bump up? No, it wasn't a bump up. It was ascension. Descent. We're going down because now I have to talk about the real problem with this goddamn video. With this goddamn show. We had been building something good involving Seth Rollins for a long time. Come on now. You had Seth and The Fiend. This thing has been building. The Fiend has been fucking up Seth consistently week after week after week after week. Get into the match. He is looking good. He is looking like a fucking fiend. A bat out of hell. A demon. The spawn of Satanus. I mean, he's coming up in here fucking him up. And every time he's getting a little good licking, curve off, fucking pedigree, all this other shit, he's bouncing the fuck back. He spent the better part of the match getting his ass whooped and coming back from getting his ass whooped. Until we're getting close to the final stretch of the match, where basically it's like, okay, time to hit fucking life hacks, infinite finishers, curb stomp, super kick, frog splash, curb stomp, super kick, frog splash, curb stomp, pedigree. Curb stomp, super kick, frog splash, get everything under the goddamn ring. A bum. 1, 2, just come on, cuz. If y'all are gonna do this, if y'all are gonna have him get his ass whooped this bad, first of all, he needs to win the fucking belt. Because guess what? In the middle of the match, every time Seth was doing these repeats, and if there's anything I know about wrestlers, there are certain things you don't do, and you don't abuse the finisher too many times. And then not have the person coming back from the shit win. And we'll go, and it's funny. Because this definitely speaks to what the hell they just did to The Fiend. The hottest thing they've been having in WWE since Becky Lynch is becoming the man, and it was way more than that in a much shorter time. And when the demon Finn Balor showed up, The Fiend was so good. It was the resurrection of the days of Kane and Undertaker. More specifically, Kane. He was coming off as this unstoppable monster beast of a man. And I don't know what the hell the problem is with giving the belt to Bray Wyatt. But WWE has basically taken everything he's done to build himself back up to this level and ruined it in a single night. In his first match. His first, not a squash. And that's it. Wasn't even a pin. A referee decided to end it. That's how it goes for Fiend. Buried. And it made sense for Seth to get the sledgehammer, because if you gonna know anything, where do you learn to bury from the best? Hunter. So that's how the show ended. I still don't give a fuck about Seth. Didn't even really heel turn him. Bray Wyatt, I don't know how he's going to answer back with this. I don't know how he's going to come back with this. And the problem is that if there would have been something like a Halloween Havoc, I could have accepted. I might be able to accept this. Like if they did a Halloween Havoc special, did the Fiend versus Seth. Now, let me go ahead and compare this to the Kofi situation. The Kofi situation is fucking terrible.
Many apologies for the change of scenery. I got a phone call. But whatever. Let's go ahead and address this with the Kofi Kingston situation. Obviously, I'm a lot quieter because it's a little bit later in my recording session, so I can't be as loud as I need to be. Point being is, look, Kofi got squashed. 9 seconds. End of his reign. And when it should have been a good or even okay or passable match, we got 9 seconds of BS bullshit. And I don't even think that we're going to give him a rematch anytime soon. This is terrible. This is a problem. And it basically shows me that you don't have a real appreciation for your wrestlers. And I'm going to carry it over with the Fiend Bray Wyatt, as in Bray Wyatt has basically came back from hell, literally, to become the hottest thing in wrestling, in the WWE, just for you guys to bury him all over again. I understand, after the match, he came up, got up, and he beat the hell out of Seth Rollins. Well, guess what? He didn't win the belt. This doesn't do much good for progressing the story, because even though he didn't get pinned, he kind of spent the last 5 minutes getting his ass whipped. I don't know why they decided to keep the belt on him. Maybe it's because they didn't want to have two champions who can't necessarily come around. But then again, we still would get weekly Firefly Fun Houses, and this could definitely have been a decent way to try a new situation with him as champion, because you wouldn't need to have the Fiend all the time. You can actually have Bray Wyatt the announcer, depending on the threat level of his challenger. If it's just another babyface, then hey, just have him be happy-go-lucky Bray, and then let him come out with the gloves, with the sweat of his love, hate, and everything. He doesn't have to be the Fiend all the time. And then when it's a serious challenge, you can bring the Fiend around. But it is just, I don't see the Fiend recovering, and then it appears that he, as well as Sasha Banks, have been injured from Hell in a Cell, which I'm not going to complain about. It made sense if you would have saw the matches that they were a part of, but it's just a disappointing end to what should have been Bray's moment again. Survivor Series is coming up. I'm not sure what they're going to do as far as champion v champion. We're going to do Seth versus Brock again. I am literally burnt out on Seth Rollins as champion. I'm burnt out on Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar. I'm burnt out on Brock Lesnar as champion. Because now we're going to be pushing new guys for him to go through, and we already know where it's going to go. It's going to go one of a few ways as far as who's going to take the title from him. It's either going to be Cain Velasquez. It's either going to be Roman Reigns, possibly Braun Strowman, but Braun is no chance because he has yet to get a big time win in any feud that he's been in recently. Seth Rollins, what makes Seth Rollins a dual champion, the undisputed WWE champion, yes, is going to work great for him. You need to turn Seth heel. You need to pray to God Bray Wyatt and his almost endless creative ability can bounce back from this to become hot again. But honestly, I don't care, because as far as I'm concerned, Raw and SmackDown can go to hell. I'm giving more interest in the NXT. But as far as I am with the WWE, I'm think I'm gonna like peel back on it again. Like I'm not, and this is me. This is bad. So I'm actually gonna say this again. I'm not gonna care about most of their main title scenes. I'll like everything but their main events. I'm interested in at this point, because I gotta talk about Raw a little bit, but we'll get to it anyway. Look, if that on my D is late as hell, I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Peace.